Hi Maker, I'm Angel of FleeceFun.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful female vest. I love it. It has this kind of nice draped look. It's great for layering, and it is dead simple to make. You're gonna love this. For this project, you'll need the following. You'll need 2.5 yards of fleece. You'll need Fleece Fun's free PDF pattern that's available on FleeceFun.com in sizes US 4 to 16. You'll need a 2-pack of double fold bias tape, and this is completely optional, and I'll get into that in a minute. And of course, you'll need sewing essentials if you plan on sewing it. You'll want a rotary blade and cutting mat. It makes for a nice clean cut. Or if you're not going to be sewing it, you will want a glue gun and fabric sticks. All right, now that you have all those items, it's time to get started. Step 1, assemble the pattern and cut it down to size. Normally, I just briefly mention putting together the pattern in my instructions, but since this takes the most time, it is crucial for success that this pattern is put together properly. So take your time putting it together. If you're unfamiliar with putting together my patterns, I have instructions for you, and here's a link. Once the pattern is properly assembled, cut it to the correct size. Find your size and the coordinating line and cut the pattern down to it. Note, your pattern will look slightly different than the one pictured due to resizing and redrafting of the pattern since this was shot. Now when it comes to this tutorial, it actually takes longer to assemble the pattern than it does to actually make the thing. So my advice to you is, make yourself a few. Step 2, cut out the free fleece vest pattern. All right, now that you have that pattern assembled, we need to cut it out. And you need to pay attention with how we cut it out because it's a little different than what you're used to. This vest pattern is one large piece. We need to place the center of the back on the fold. You will notice that the pattern won't fit on the fabric with the opposite selvages touching, lengthwise fold, and otherwise the fold that you find it on the fabric bolt. Unfold the fabric and fold it in half the other direction, crosswise fold. All right, so typically when you get fabric off of the bolt, it's folded this way on the bolt, and it's just wrapped up like this, okay? And then when we cut things out, when we cut it out on the fold, we leave it like this. But with this particular pattern, you need to unfold the fabric and fold it the other way so you have enough space to cut out your pattern. It won't fit on the fabric the other way. Okay, so pay attention to that. And honestly, from here on out, it's downhill. Place your pattern along the folded edge and pin or weigh it down. Since I'm not planning on finishing the edges, I like to use a rotary blade to get a nice clean cut. While this is optional, you can see that it gives such a nice clean cut, and it is important for this pattern, especially if you're not finishing the edges. Continue to cut out the pattern, making sure not to cut on the fold line. You should now have one large half circle piece. Now, once you have that cut out, you're gonna notice you have lots of fabric left over. Don't worry, I got you covered. I've got hat patterns, I've got cute ear warmer patterns. I have all kinds of fleece patterns that you can use up that extra fleece for. So just hold on to it, but let's move on to the next step. Step 3, sew or glue your vest together. Okay, so 2 shoulder seams, and that is it. Right here and right here, and you're done. Now, here's the easy part. We need to sew the shoulder seams. Unfold the vest so that the back is laying in the center, right side up. Line up the shoulder seams, right sides touching, and using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, sew the shoulder seam on one side. Fold over the other side, line up the shoulder seams, and sew that side using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Trim the seam down a little so it won't show while wearing. Turn right side out. Now, if you want it properly finished fleece, it doesn't fray, but it can warp a little bit, especially at the armholes. So, if you really want it properly finished, you'll need to finish those edges with bias tape. Now, this particular glue that I'm using is washable. How durable is it? Well, it's not going to be as durable as if you just sewed those seams, but it will work fine. For the no-sew version, the process is very similar. Unfold the vest so the back is in the center, right side of the fabric facing up. Glue each shoulder using a bead of fabric hot glue between the fabric. Try to do it at a 1/2 inch from the edge. Press the fabric together and allow the glue to cool. Then trim the seams down. And turn right side out. Now your fleece vest is ready to wear. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos just like this one. This really cute vest, it's great for layering, great for chilly mornings. It's just a nice fun addition, and it is so fast to make once you have that pattern assembled. And that's it. That's all it is to make that really cute vest. YouTube wants me to make videos that are 10 minutes long, and yeah, I don't know what to do, what else to tell you, because the project's done. I mean, I have other projects on Fleece Fun that you can make. I have hat patterns and ear warmers and mittens and blankets and softies and all kinds of other fun things you can make out of fleece. Free patterns for great stuff.